Two men journey to the bars and restaurants of Scandinavia to find amazing beers, always with the same question.
Hey, what's on tap?
It's time to find out.
Welcome to What's on Tap podcast. We are here to drink some beer.
We have returned from the dead. We've been dead for 1 week since you last listened to us.
Exactly, it's a resurrection episode.
Yes.
And we are joined by Björn. Welcome to the episode.
Thank you very much.
And you brought a beer, and I happen to have a beer from Wild Bruce.
Yep.
So we're going to do a Wild Bruce back-to-back review. We don't get to do these very often, but this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
If you went to the Malmo Beer, or if you listened to the Malmo Beer and Whiskey Festival, we talked with the guys from Brekieret and talked about Wild Bruce some. So it's kind of fun to start reviewing their beers on the show now.
Yeah, and actually one of the ones that we are reviewing, I had at that festival. So it will be fun trying it on can.
Is it the Saison?
The Saison.
Okay.
So
which has been released at Systembolaget.
It has been.
Which is where you got it.
Yeah, and they've got some regular releases now on the shelves, which is kind of nice to see. So I'm looking forward to trying more of their stuff on the regs.
And we'll start with that one, right?
We'll start with the Saison. It is a 6% ABV beer, or a rustic ale fermented with Belgian yeast strains.
It's interesting to look at our three glasses. Björn got the first pour, and his is almost completely clear.
Yeah.
I got the last pour, and mine is quite murky. So there is a lot of sediment difference. Björn is now sniffing my glass, sniffing his own. I think mine is going to be the tastier.
Probably, because it's got a lot of fun sediment in it. Well, there's a little bit here. You can do a little sediment in yours. If you
mine
want
is
to add
quite
a little
flat in the nose.
I usually like the medium sediment. Now
it boosted, it bumped. Yeah. Well, I'm going to bump mine a little bit too, because I got the medium one. So
this mostly applies to like some lambics, especially creek lambics. The beginning is very, if you haven't shaken the bottle, the medium to almost end, that's the best. But the very end is just the dregs.
Yeah.
Then it turns into, no, I don't want it anymore.
Oh, this smells so good. This is spot on Saison.
It's very crisp and refreshing in the aroma.
Yeah. And what is it, 6%?
6.
And it feels a little higher ABV than you normally see with Saisons.
Let's try it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Definitely got some of that barnyard, horse, almost a little bit of like fart.
You're really selling it here.
But am I
horse
wrong?
farts. No. It's a little sulfury, and it does have that standard funkiness that you get from a Saison, for me, that's the draw of the Saison. When I try a Saison that doesn't have that funk to it, I'm like, this isn't a Saison. It's missing something for me.
Got a hint of pepperiness.
Yes. Also lemon.
Yeah.
A really dry finish as well.
Very rich in the mouthfeel.
Yeah, carbonation is really nice. It feels lively and springy.
I feel like it's a good representation of style.
I think it's a really solid representation of style. Is it like transcendent, or is it going to be the best Saison you've ever had? No. But if you're introducing someone to a Saison, I think this is a nice entry point.
Yeah, and I think that goes hand in hand with the other Wild Bruce beers. Mm-hmm. They aren't as extreme as some of the Brekieret beers.
Yeah.
But they're not dumbed down. They're difficult beers that might appeal to a broader market.
Yeah.
But some of those Brekieret Wild will not appeal to some of them are pretty wild.
Yeah. But I think this is I think the whole point of the Wild Bruce brand is to create these kind of off the center styles for a mass market and get more people into them. So I think they've really nailed it here. I think they've done a really great job with that.
I think this one is a perfect beer also to pair with food. it's not that dominant, but have this citrusy, peppery notes and rich mouthfeel that really back up the food.
I think it's also a good summer sipper. So if it's a nice hot day, I think this is really gonna come in really well. Wow, good job. First off the bat.
Yeah.
Really liking it.
So what do you give this?
I'm going to give it a 3.5. I think it's just middle of the road. It's perfectly, it does great at what it's doing. It's not trying to be magical or amazing, but it's really what you're looking for when you're trying to sell somebody on a hard style to sell someone on.
It's interesting. I have the exact same words, but for me, that's a 375.
That's fine.
I will actually raise my grade.
Your previous rating.
Yeah. At the festival, just had a sipper on draft. And I will go up to 375.
Nice.
Also.
Okay.
So,
Do you remember what you gave it?
I give it 340.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for me, 3.5 isn't bad at all. I think it's like if you're looking to sell a large amount of beer to a mass audience, it's really where you need to be. Because I think once you start getting into the more refined palate kind of stuff, then you're starting to isolate people and alienate people. And I think I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. But I think it's...
but if, Stefan, if you were forced to change your rating, you would bump it up and not.
Oh yeah, no, I would go up, not down. Yeah, for sure. And if I was doing like tints, then it would probably be like a 3.6.
Nice.
Yeah.
The next beer we actually got through Björn because of one of his secret connections.
Yeah, I got it through a friend, and this is a special beer for the shareholders of Brekieret.
I didn't even know you could be a shareholder.
I'm like, I need to look into becoming a shareholder of Brekieret. That's what I want to do.
And I'm not a shareholder, but I've gotten hold of this beer through my secret connections.
All right.
And it's also a Saison.
It is?
Called Habitum, also 6%. So is it the same beer?
No, it's not the same beer. It smells very different from the other beer.
I haven't smelled it yet. So.
Yeah, smelling them, they're 100% not the same beer.
Yeah.
But it is funny. The cans are identical apart from color and specific name. All of the graphics is the same. Like
Yeah, well, that's what they do. They basically all of their graphics, everything look exactly the same. It's just the color of the badge that's different.
I knew that, but behind the badge, there's like this landscape of field. I actually thought that those changed for the different beers.
Maybe they do. I haven't paid that close of attention, but from what I've seen, the cans all pretty much look alike. It's just the color of the logo is slightly different.
But this is more fruity than those. The other one was funky. This is more fruity.
Yeah, this is going to be fun to taste.
Yeah, again, it's 6%. This is Habitum 2022, which I guess implies that there are other versions of this. And it's a Saison brewed for the shareholders of Wild Brews AB.
Oh, it's not the Brekieret shareholders, it's the Wild Brews shareholders.
Oh. Well, my bad.
Let's try it.
All right, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
It's a little lighter. Crisper.
It smelled more complex. Maybe it doesn't taste more complex. Or what do you say?
You're right about fruitier. It tastes a little more pear kind of in it.
Yeah, pear. I will go.
I don't get as much of the spice or funkiness like we did with the other beer. I don't know. It's difficult for me.
Yeah. I wouldn't say flat, but quite. It doesn't have a really ups and downs. It just it stays in the middle,
we have to explain that when Björn transported it here, I think it went through a whole lifetime of movement. When we opened it, there was a lot of foam, a lot of activity.
But that's because of my handling, because it fell out.
That shouldn't make a beer this flat, but there is a clear difference between these two.
Yeah.
In that the Saison is quite spritzy and effervescent.
I wasn't going to say it, but I'm glad you did.
But Saisons don't have to have a lot of carbonation.
No.
I had a huge number of Saisons that were flatter than this, but got huge ratings.
I wouldn't call it flat. It has a really rich mouthfeel in the beginning. And as you said, Stefan, a lot of pear. And eating a pear, then the pear dies off really quick in the finish. And it's the same with the beer. It dies off a bit more faster.
It's dry. It just kind of, like, you get it, you're like, that's kind of nice, a little sweetness, and then just done. There's like nothing else offered. A little bitterness in the aftertaste, but
some notes of hay.
Yeah.
It's not flat, it's just flatter.
Yeah.
It's just not as
compared to the other one.
spritzy as the other one. The other one was quite lively in the carbonation. This one's a little more subdued. All right, so Björn, you brought it. What do you think?
I would go 3.5.
Yeah.
I like it. It's a good beer.
Yeah.
But the other one is more interesting.
Yeah.
I'll nudge the Saison to a strong 3.75, and this one a weak 3.75. I don't want to go as low as 3.5 because I would love to drink more of this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to also give this a 3.5, but whereas the Saison was I could have given it higher on the thing, this is a just flat down 3.5. I think it's really nice. I'm really glad they got to try it. I'm really loving what Wild Bruce does. I'm looking forward to trying more of their stuff. I'm really glad that someone's taking this risk and trying to put out these kind of funky wilder styles for the masses. So excellent choice. Thank you so much for bringing it.
Yeah, you're welcome. So when are you doing the episode from the Purgatory?
We
still haven't been there.
Get Martin to free up his time so we can go sometime.
Let's go now.
I haven't been there either. I really need to visit the place in Lund.
I had planned to go there a few weeks ago, and the gods were against me completing that mission because I had a hard deadline of being picked up at like 5 o'clock. I left here around 2. Train leaves the train station, Central Station, and then stops at Björn for like an hour. And then it just and then by the time that I got there, I only had like hour 15 left. And it was like, well, by the time I get to the Purgatory and back, I mean, I won't even really have time to do anything. So I was like, I'll have to do another day. But it was really like the gods had said, you're not going today.
We should do a day out in Lund.
I mean, there's so many places to try now.
Yeah.
It's not like it was before where you only had like 2 options. You've got quite a few really good places now. So yeah, we definitely need to do a little bar hopping in Lund.
We talk about the place at it's called Stultoit, the large square, but it's the smallest square. There's a place there that brews their own beer.
Yeah.
But I forget what the name of it is.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's not supposed to be particularly good beer, but they do brew their own.
I think it's Tourist Taquery or something.
Something like that,
yeah.
But when we talked about it, we had like 5 or 6 places. Mm-hmm. That wasn't including this place. No matter how bad the beer is, it's still a place that brews their own beer.
Yeah, I definitely want to support that.
That puts any place on the map.
Because hopefully they'll just get better as they brew more and have more time. But yeah, Lund has become quite a little beer hotspot. Much better than what it was before.
That's because I stopped working there.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Oh, Martin's left. Quick, beer.
Yeah. Because you had Inferno, which I heard has kind of dropped a little bit. You have Bishop's Arms Lund, which is actually not a bad Bishop's Arms. And then you had the really shady Austrian bar that was in the cellar.
Ruhrracker.
Yeah.
Never been there.
Never. It was quite nice. You could buy a yard of beer and it's got a whole bunch of different styles. It's quite nice.
At one point, their chef got put in prison.
Yeah,
for violent crimes.
I've only heard the sketchiest thing. Like everyone's like,
you're Austrian.
There was a bomb arson fire there.
Yeah,
I was going there once, but it was closed then. So yeah, but then you also have Lund Brikeriet's Ölkällare.
Yeah, where we've never been there.
Yeah,
no.
Great food. Really can recommend.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of great places now, so we got to make it over there sometime soon. All right, we'll wrap it up here. You can find us online at whatsonthappodcast.com, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever you can find quality podcasts, including Björn's.
Yeah, go visit my YouTube channel, Björnguiden.
Yeah, it's awesome. There's a lot of great interviews there, especially if you speak Swedish.
Yeah.
And there are some episodes that we are in.
There's several, yeah.
Check out those.
So until next time.
Keep drinking, you dum-dums.